Good morning to all of you. Mr. Atul Goyal, Madam Atul Goyal, who is an MD designate for Punjab National Bank. Executive Directors, Shri Sanjay Kumar, Madam Sanjay Kumar, Shri Vijay Dubey, Madam Vijay Dubey, Shri Saha, Shri Kalyan Kumar, Madam Kalyan Kumar, Shri Vijay Tyagi, and all my colleagues representing top management and the entire bank who are present here and who are not present but celebrating the Republic Day, 73rd Republic Day as on today. At the outset, I would like to wish entire PNB Parivar on the eve of 73rd Republic Day. Republic Day and Independence Day are those days when we celebrate. It really arouses passion from us. And this passion comes because of the valor shown by the armed forces of our country in bringing independence to our country, and also the sacrifices of our forefathers, freedom fighters. When we remember their contribution, really it arouses passion in us. That is the reason why we are able to enjoy the fruits of freedom in the last so many years. Our country, in spite of having divergent cultures, divergent languages, in a multi-democratic system, has been living with keeping its head high in the global world in an effective manner only because our forefathers who have contributed to creation of a constitution were forthright in having such kind of a future outlook to see that the country exists in spite of having this kind of multi-dimensional heterogeneity in itself to live long in the years to come. And on this day, we recognize and remember the contribution of our forefathers who have created this constitution and brought the country into being as a Republic of India. We cannot ignore, as I have already told, the valor shown by our armed forces, not only in bringing the independence, but also maintaining to guard our borders, to continue to give us happiness and peace within the country. Because of their contribution only, continued contribution only, we are able to live peacefully within the country. In spite of the fact that we always, or we have been continuously witnessing various kinds of aggression around the border of our country. The last 2 years really has been very tough on all of us, not only in our country but across the globe. We have seen tremendous social impact because of COVID, what has happened. I don't have to repeat because we have all witnessed. But I will be failing in my duty if we are not remembering the contribution of our own colleagues from PNB Parivar in extending wonderful services, uninterrupted services during the entire period of last 2 years. In the process, we have also lost our beloved ones who are members of our Parivar, and some of the members of Parivar have lost their beloved ones. It's really a very sentimental occasion when we remember the contribution of all of them, those who have lost their life, those whose beloveds lost their life, and those who are continuing to contribute as a member of PNB Parivar. Hats up to all of you. Simultaneously, I also would like to recognize the contribution of entire medical and paramedical fraternity in the country who have risen to the occasion in protecting the health of every citizen of our country. Across the globe, you realize that the kind of impetus or impact created by the government in covering all the citizens for vaccination so that they are able to protect in future in case of any bouts of different viruses impact us. We have seen such kind of a huge impact by way of improvement in the health even if we are impacted by second and third wave. So on that note, once again, I recognize and salute the contribution given by our medical and paramedical fraternity across the country. Now when it comes to economy of our country, not only our country, but across the globe, it has impacted. The COVID has impacted. And the impact of COVID, we can read in two ways. One is the impact on our economy, and the second is the impact which is there in our bank because of the multiple responsibilities which were cast upon by the government. And when we look at the impact on economy, while the country was working towards self-reliance in terms of industrialization through various programs or various schemes or various campaigns launched by Government of India, whether we call as Make in India or Vocal for Local, all these initiatives had a little amount of jerk because of the COVID. Nevertheless, as an important cog in the system of economy, as a leading public sector bank, we cannot undermine or we cannot come back or go back on our important contribution in developing the economy of our country. More importantly, when we have seen the impact of COVID really creating negativity on the economy. But if you look at in the last 2 years, we have seen wonderful improvement. Entire country's citizenship, every member of the country, every citizen of the country is showing animal spirits in terms of their passion to come back to normalcy, whether they are entrepreneurs or otherwise. If you really look at, the major impact has been on MSME industry, micro, small and medium industry of our country, and agriculture as well. We have seen that in spite of COVID, though there has been a small impact on service industry, but the service industry has come back with vengeance whenever the COVID has receded. However, the impact has been dominant and persistent in terms of MSME segment and in terms of agriculture. These are the two important segments of contributing to GDP or growth of our economy in our country, where as an important and premier bank, we all of us need to commit ourselves to provide growth in these two segments. We are not short of anything. We have every capability as a bank to cater to those requirements. We have weathered all the challenges which have come in front of us in the last 2 years, whether it is amalgamating two banks into ourselves or the withstanding the impact of COVID and thinking that we have become a big organization and now we need to model ourselves to become big and to position ourselves in the days and years to come to be create an important position or to get an important position in the system of economy. We have done all. That means we have amalgamated both the banks seamlessly, smoothly, not only from the perspective of technology integration, but also from the perspective of human integration as well as business integration. Besides, we have also embarked upon remodeling ourselves. Kindly understand that in the current level of banking, how it is taking place, more importantly, when the COVID also has impacted the lifestyle of the citizens of the country, the fundamental shift which we have to bring in our banking, the way we have been doing, is that customer outreach, last mile connect, and the effective and efficient turnaround time. These are the three defining factors for efficiency of any commercial bank in the country currently. And we cannot be falling behind with our peers when we compare in terms of the competition in contributing to the economy. As I have said, we have every capability as a bank. We have improved in the last 2 years in terms of the capital while amalgamating both the banks. We have improved in terms of technology upgradation. We have improved in terms of internal processes. We have also improved in terms of positioning ourselves as a premier bank in the current economic system. It is only a matter of springboard to move forward, and collectively, I exhort upon all of you, entire PNB Parivar, to stand behind Mr. Goyal as a leader of the bank in the days to come, to see that our bank gains a premier and a dominant and a recognizable position in the years to come under his leadership. Now, coming to the contribution of all of us during the entire period, I would like to once again remember the contribution of all of you, even if it appears to be a repetition. because it is easy to say but difficult to experience through the entire period. We understand very, very sentimentally when we lose our near and dear and when we lose our own colleague in the entire process of this COVID, which impact is created. It is true that many of the other citizens, many of various other industries also have lost their own people. But the sentiment and the emotions do come when you lose your own people with whom you have been living for a long time. So in spite of all these factors, we have grown, we have come along, we have withered the challenges. Now, even if we look at the third wave impacting all of us, but at least we have good amount of psychological strength in ourselves to see that this impact will not be there, and because of the vaccination what we have taken, we will be able to withstand the impact of COVID third wave, though sporadically our own colleagues, some of them are impacted again by way of COVID positive. Nevertheless, they have all come out well because the impact has been low. Once again, recognizing the contribution of entire PNB Parivar, I would like to remind the challenges ahead of us in terms of working as an important member in the system of improving the economy and recognizing the challenges various segments of the society they are facing, more importantly the segment of MSME and agriculture. Definitely, as a premier bank, we all will have to work hard, and today on the eve of 73rd Republic Day, I am sure we rededicate ourselves for the development of the country, development of the nation. And once again, thank you very much and best wishes to all of you.